In this episode, we are going to talk about how to make money during NFT market booms. And you know we're in a boom right now. As usual, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you lick the like button, smash the subscribe button. It helps us keep coming out with content every single day covering the NFT market. And you already know the deal. Nothing in this video is financial advice. You know that we aren't financial advisors. The NFT space is risky as all heck, and you could lose your money. Gentlemen, what a boom we have going on right now.
Kaboom.
What strategies would you employ to be able to take advantage of a boom like this?
Well, I would have deployed strategies about a week ago, and that's when I would have taken care of a boom or taken advantage of a boom as the boom is happening. More difficult than taking advantage of a boom before the boom happens. Usually you want to buy at the bottom and sell at the top. That's the best way to do it. And as Captain Kicks has said before, the perfect place to sell the top to sell is the literal
top.
Yeah. And so if
you don't know that, then you're not going to make it.
Yeah. So if you're thinking of selling it anywhere
else,
that
top.
You may have a situation.
Well, I absolutely love that. 100% right. I like to get a pulse check of where the market is and how I think I need to operate through a variety of measures, but I do really like looking at the data. The best place for me to get data is the nifty.com. And what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing today, in terms of volume, we're going to probably retest a 30-day high, get above 200 million USD just on OpenSea.
Couple hours left.
Which is bonkers to think about. I think we're going to hit that. But what's even more bonkers is that the units has actually hit in back-to-back highs. So if we're seeing more of a breakout in unit volume than we're seeing in USD volume, then it's very telling where the action has been over the last 48 hours. And if you've been keeping a pulse check, you know it's been in the 0 to like 4 ETH range in the last 48 hours. With some exceptions, that's where we've seen the really big moves. So like Alien Friends going on a crazy rip. Lots of projects sub 1 ETH made these insane rips up and above 1 ETH last night. Was very, very exciting and wild to see. Lots of projects that started out super small. So Slim Hoods was down below 0.01 at one point in time. Little Lemons was down below 0.01. We're talking below 0.01. Like that's like the lowest you can go on the ladder. Both of those broke above 1 ETH overnight. I don't know if they're still there, but they pierced above 1 ETH, which is absolutely insane. You're talking about 200 X's there. My damn mic's distorted.
So I'm liking this unit chart. That is the money shot right there. And that's telling you all that you need to know. What's interesting from that standpoint is that, holy cow, kabam, that may be one of the biggest unit volumes ever. The other thing, which is crazy about it, is when you see the price volume not yet surpassing, it's what we have happening is exactly what we said was going to materialize.
Hit and flip season.
Literally. You could probably turn up the volume a little more on your mic.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I think it played out exactly as we said, which is interesting is no matter the price of ETH, that's been interesting to observe. We had a temporary shock and awe pause of liquidity, basically, which caused a little downfall in prices. We saw Doodles appreciate. We've seen Bored Apes accelerate, and we've seen some of those top ones, but all of the action has been moving down to other projects. We see it in the leaderboard right now. The number 1, Fantabair, 3, the Heart Project, 5, Alien Friends, 6, Indifferent Duck. 6 most popular is Indifferent Duck. You're welcome.
Surface by our Discord. Insane. Literal 10x if I understand correctly. In less than 48 hours. You put 1 ETH into that, you're up 9 ETH profit. You're walking away with just shy of after fees, probably 25 grand. So that's absolutely massive. Great play, Nick, and great play to the Discord.
That one was a huge Discord play, but more importantly, I think what we did was really just accelerate validation of that product, which the product stood on its own. Like there's a lot of degen plays, but when you go to the Indifferent Duck website and you create a duck,
it's fun mechanic, right?
Exactly. And I think that from that standpoint was absolutely critical. But yeah, as you continue down the leaderboard, I've skipped over Bored Ape, Doodles, Mutant, but in the top 10, those are the only 3 that are in there. You got Little Lemons.
Lots of new underdog projects having big volume breakouts.
Which is what you would expect in this phase, which means like we probably got another at least week of this pump. All things, as long as ETH does not do a reversal here and take a dump.
3,400 big resistance. So you'd think if it stays under there, NFT season's going for a while.
If we can get a range over 3,000, my only concern is the weekly Bitcoin and ETH
pretty
weekly.
Ugly.
That looks
Bitcoin
bad.
especially ugly.
And it's about to close. And so if this weekly closes in the next couple of hours with below the support levels,
the crypto nerds are going to give us a little shocker.
Yeah, we may.
A little shocker in NFT world.
We may be screwed.
I don't know if you've seen the Dr. Seuss, the movie where like these people live on like a speck of land and there's a big like elephant that like figures it out. Like the big elephant's crypto and we're just this little NFTs. We're a little speck. We don't see what's going on. But then all of a sudden we get earthquakes as the elephant's moving around. Great movie. Watched it today.
Or what you can do is the same meme with the space people in the space suit with the gun.
Yep.
I think that would be, it was crypto all along. Oh, but and actually, go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say, even if we got a shocker in the ETH market, it creates a temporary liquidity crisis and a gas crisis in NFTs. But once it settles, because it's never going to go like straight down 50%, even if ETH is going to 2,000, which would be a theoretically catastrophic situation, it's going to go down in levels. And every time that level stabilizes, it's going to create even more of a rush into NFTs as people are looking to stem losses or make gains. And it kind of has a snowball effect when that happens, right? Because the more people that pile in, the more liquidity, it pumps prices more people make money, more people talk about making money, and then you get a blow off top kind of event.
You can get a 50% downswing in 2 weeks. So over the course of 2 weeks, Bitcoin dropped from 65,000,
but this time it's different,
all the way down to 30,000. So I think we could see like, I don't think any of those things are out of the question at this point in time, but and it's not just different, it's indifferent.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this goes, but rather than projecting the future, let's talk about what the plays are right now. Like, how are we taking advantage of this, if at all? I'll tell you straight away, I'm not. I'm so busy coding our own NFT that I've not had time to take advantage of some of these moves, unfortunately. And now
other than a casual 10xer on an Indifferent Duck, no big deal.
that one was pretty good. Let's be honest, I'm a picker. Like I pick them. And the problem is that sometimes I get carried away with someone else's picks, which is literally where I lose everything. I lose every single time. I
think you've had one miss your entire career, and that was Buttheads. But like,
that
other than
started
that,
to pump a little bit.
That one,
it's coming back.
That one I was not anticipating to succeed, though. Let's be honest. Like that one was just like, this is a hilarious joke. I do not think this is going to actually moon, although I thought it would go to the moon, literally, because that's a pun.
Well, so what I would say, if I'm trying to think of what the good plays are right now, is that we have an obvious surge in NFT liquidity, which I don't think we're going to see a significant dip in a while. I think we're going to have weeks at this liquidity levels. I do think that the profile picks at the lower end of the band, so from like 0 to 2 ETH or 0 to 3 ETH, seem a little overheated right now. But a lot of smart traders have made a lot of profit doing that. So what you often see is then a shift back up the the band of NFTs in terms of price. So you see the people, they made a lot of money trading these things up to 1 ETH. Now they're sitting on 5, 6 ETH. A lot of times they try to go into a less risky store of value, and they go for a project that's worth like 5 ETH. That's what we saw back in the day. You'd have mint and flip season, and then it would kind of shift up to the mid chips, and then the blue chips would go on a run again. But this time around, it seems that, like, are there any mid chips? You know what I mean? Because Doodles has ran above 10, Cool Cats has ran above 10. There's not too much in the like 5, 7 ETH range. Mutants are at almost 15 that you want to ape into. Based on that, I think that maybe we'd see some sort of trend shift, maybe into like gaming projects.
Fluff World is moving in that direction, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Fluff World could be a good mid-chip buy. It's already surged in price, but
here's my thing. So if you look at the leaderboard right now, it's insane to look at the leaderboard. We're bringing back basically the last phase, with the exception of CryptoPunks. No one cares. Cryptodes, kind of gone. The price is not moving anywhere. There's action, but not in the top 100. A lot of these CryptoPunks don't even show on my top 100.
Well, what I think, and I may be mistaken on the Heart project, but I think Fantabair and the Heart project are both Taiwanese.
The Heart project.
No, you don't think is? Well, no. There was for some reason there was like an NFT analyst, like Twitter, like where like they talk about specifically like Asian NFTs, and Heart project for whatever reason was in that. So if it's not, maybe it's not affiliated, but it's hot in Taiwan and China right now. Like it's a hot project for that market for whatever reason. It was on their list. Some of the things on their list didn't make sense, but of course Fantabair does make sense, and Fantabair is very significant, bringing in a lot of Asian liquidity into the market. So trying to understand how those buyers are going to want to make moves. Right now, my whole thing is
LA artists, by the way.
So okay, you want to get, but close to Asia, closer than the East Coast. If they were in Kansas, it would, it's a non-starter to try to stretch that
directionally towards
directionally closer. But anyways, what I'm trying to figure out now personally as a trader is I want to get ahead of the next move, because I make my best trades not going into volume, but getting in before volume and then exiting into volume. That's where I make most of my money. So I'm trying to think, okay, lots of liquidity in the market. Lots of people now have taken some really good gains, smart traders that were in these projects early. Where do they go next? What's their next target? I want to beat them to that. And I want to set up a little lemonade stand.
So I would agree with that. It's a hard thing to call here. I'm looking at this squishy squad, this one doing well, which is ridiculous. Some of those I would just straight up dismiss, but there's a couple of trends happening right now I want to address before, like, we haven't made our trade here. Looks like Creature World is seeing a little bit of a comeback. But this is one of the best leaderboards I've ever seen. When I look at the NFTs, when I just scroll down this, there's diversity. There is, and there's a lot of communities that are popping up. We are building an expansive NFT ecosystem. That's what I see when I look at this, because a lot of them, there's a lot of great ones that I would hold on to. I think Crypto Mories would hold on to it. World of Women back up there. Swampverse, that's one that I still hold. I'm thinking about selling, but I don't know. There's Gunslingers. I hate the art. I said that the other day. Their affiliation with other groups is what has made them work. We're seeing a lot more partnership activity, activity, cross-pollination of communities in a major way.
You're going to keep seeing that, right? Because you think about something like Gunslingers that's brand new. They get a partnership. They plug into the Cool Cats network. Cool Cats is a super established brand. The Cool Cats already have a token So then they can plug into that tokens network, right? Which is in line with the thesis of the tokenization, not only of the NFT space, but really of the world. And so rather, like, no one's going to buy a Gunslingers token. It's a massive undertaking to take a token. So plugging in, like, not everybody's going to be the cool cat. So if you plug in to the cool cats ecosystem and you start building with the cool cats, and as a result, the milk token becomes your token, you know, it's a good way to become legitimate pretty quick.
That's a very good insight, PO, and I think that is significant, and that is the explanation behind a lot of these projects just blowing up. Because I've heard from little birdies, you know, that like yeah, like Cool Cat, Cyberkongs, these groups, they have like alpha channels of their own in these discords, and they all kind of get hot on the same kind of project. So Peter, you're spot on that projects that align with their ecosystem further incentivizes people that are very likely wealthy in these more established projects to like buy into those NFT projects as well. So that's something we have to keep on our radar, right? And that's a new phenomenon, right, PO? Like that's not something that really existed in 2021, but in 2022, with these, you know, established tokens, other projects tapping in, you know, creates these interesting synergies. We got to keep that on our radar.
For sure. And one other comment I wanted to say, which is in line with Nick talking about how much he likes this leaderboard, and I totally agree with him. The thing that I like is that there's not that many double derivative bullshit things that aren't going to be around anymore in a couple of months. Like you got Doodle Friends right here.
There definitely are.
No, there are, but it's not that many. Like I'm seeing
punked dudes. But yeah, you are
yeah,
correct.
that's one of them. But there's not that
What do you think
many.
about larva chats? They're popping.
Larva chats.
They're the new cryptos, right?
Can you swap chads for larva chats?
I mean, do that in a heartbeat.
What's insane is how much money you make just by like smashing A and B together right now. Yeah. If you're not looking to build a community, that seems like the best approach right now. People are talking about
just
the
making
wonks.
Money.
There's a ton of noise in our Discord about those wonks.
No, it's like, so true. There's like as a builder, you know, of like a project that we're trying to build something really for the long term, here and at Crypto Raiders, it can get I don't know if frustrating is the best word, but you see people just smashing things together and just hitting like 5 mil dingers. You know what I mean? And you're slower building, right? And it, you know, sometimes you're like, man, that was the easy money. But short-term easy money, I prefer long-term fulfillment, passion out of building something, and probably works out better in the long term. So net's still happy, but you're right. We're seeing a mixture of basically what we're seeing is lots of the newer crowd of projects that have been like around less than 3 months, right? Are making moves here. Some of them are weird derivatives, but a lot of them are net new projects. It's exciting to see. And I think it's an important thing to realize and recognize. New money comes in. They want to find new projects. They want to make money. They don't want to be your exit liquidity on another project. So you're going to see lots of new crowds. They're going to come in and they're going to crowd around a new project. That's part of the reason why Doodles have gotten to the levels that they are. You both have mentioned multiple, not disrespectful, but like normie friends that don't have a ton of NFT experience, like saying, I really like the Doodles. I want a doodle, right? And they're not saying that about Bored Apes. Bored Apes are out of their price range. I mean, at least they were, right? Now it's gone on a run, but there's always going to be new money coming around new projects. And they're not necessarily just going to hop into the old established projects just because they're cool to the old crowd.
We have a breaking news story here.
Oh my gosh, let's hear it.
Pardon the interruption. Plurfection had shared from us that Gunslinger's Twitter account has been suspended. I went and confirmed that is indeed suspended. It's not clear yet what impact that'll be having on the floor price.
It's been suspended all day.
Well, it's breaking news for us. So
I want to.
You didn't have to say that, Pio. Like you could have skipped over that. But okay.
I want to apologize. I was frustrated that I didn't get on this project, so I reported them for promoting gun violence to children. You can tell by the art that it's meant for children, and it's promoting gun violence, as you can see right here. So that's why they're suspended.
You know, it's interesting, like that they have a partnership with
Cool Cats.
Cool Cats.
Oh, but hear what we're hearing. Racist rumors, Nick. Your favorite thing. Racist rumors because they have a noose trait. Guys and ladies, come on.
They have a what trait? The noose.
Noose.
It's
You
more
got
in like the hangman sort
Yeah.
of way, you know, but obviously it's still sensitive material.
Yep, and that'll get you banned on Twitter. But does it get you banned from gains? What's the floor price?
It does not get you banned from gains yet, apparently, because the floor price is 0.25 and the mint cost was 0.04. I minted 7, sold 6 for a negligible gain, and then the floor marched on over to 0.3 and then down to 0.25.
Farokin D's hopped into this one.
It's a pump.
In a
It's an
major way,
influencer
but
pump.
I
It's an
just-
influencer pump. Because I'm sorry, this should not be 0.25. Come on, let's be honest. Let's be real.
It's going higher.
Here's a thought, and this
I
is
mean, maybe
something-
it is. Maybe the world's changed. I'm just an old boomer.
And that's what I'm wondering is the question that we will be asking on an ongoing basis is, does the art matter? And it's not, and it's not clear
What
that
is
it
art?
does.
What
Well,
is
that's-
art?
It is technically art. It's not one, but you can't call this a PFP because, like, who's gonna put this? And they all have weapons. Like, what the hell?
P.O., what's the style of art where you're trying to be ironic?
Satire? Like satirical art?
Or like surrealist? No, that's
surrealist?
not it.
No,
maybe
it
not.
wouldn't be that. This is just you know, cartoony, like little
This would be in
style
the
art.
genre of shitty.
Here's the thing is like, I just want to say something is like, I do take a different stance, and I'm only holding one of these and I could just sell it right now for a quarter each. So it's not like I really care. But like when you guys talk about like, oh, the art on this is shit. I just like never, my initial reaction is like, I don't care what you guys think of the art on any project. And I'm not trying to be like a dick here.
No,
I'm not trying to, yeah, you know what I mean? And so like,
sound like a dick.
I like, if Nick, if you're going to tell me that you think the art on this is shit, like I just don't care, because like art is, again, and everyone knows, in the eye of the beholder, right? But there's just different styles, and this to me fulfills its style. If it was legitimately like low effort, I mean, you don't even see legitimately low effort bullshit in the NFT space because it just doesn't make its way to the thing. Somebody cared enough to just put the thing out, right? If there's actual errors, that's a different thing. And someone in the chat said that's what a dick would say.
That's like, you can't talk shit about this and then like be like Indifferent Ducks is like a good project, right? Like you kind of have to. There is a real trend of very simplistic, cool cats-esque kind of design. But yeah, I totally subscribe to you, P.O., that like the art really doesn't matter. It matters. It really boils down to, do enough people believe in something that they're going to hold this past a certain price? And is there enough new people that are going to want one of these? That's all that matters these days. It doesn't matter if it's fantastic art. Nick is either having a stroke right now or the camera's frozen.
Gone.
So we're going to check in on him, make sure he's okay. But yeah, I mean, you're right. You're 100% right, P.O. And it actually sounds like a little elitist to be like, I'm the arbiter of what good and bad art is. Like, it doesn't matter. It really, what it matters is, do people, it's about communities, a lot of these things, and you know, what they're going to do. It's a belief thing.
Couple things here. One, Adam Bomb.
Nick was saying something about Atom Bomb Squad, and I just want to call out that Nick refuses to accept that his internet is the problem. I think everybody tuning in right now can agree. And if you can tag Nick, the problem is that Nick lives in a 5-bedroom apartment, but is on the lowest internet package. So if you can just tag him in our Discord and say, get that T1 cable, tag at NFT Nick. Let's really hammer that home. Atom Bomb Squad on a little run here, P.O. You're a long time believer in this project.
This is
I'm a big time hater of the project.
Should we be selling out of this here? Like, what's going on?
You still have this? I would be selling this hard.
Wow. Okay.
No, okay. So look, I want to give the audience some perspective on this particular project. Maybe you're new to this channel. Maybe you're new to listening to our Twitter Spaces, which happens Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. So you don't necessarily know about the whole history of this project. For myself, and I know Nick had bought in as well, and some of the other, you know, guest speakers on the morning show bought in. But basically, this project came out. There was a lot of hype. They had just done a collaboration with Bored Ape Yacht Club, like, ever heard of it, right? So everybody aped into this project. It was very expensive. It was 0.1 ETH to mint. I think if you minted like 10, you got a discount to 0.08 ETH or something like that. And there were 25,000 of them. So quite a few, right? They sell out immediately in a gas war, and they had a delayed reveal. And at that time, I thought that the reveal was delayed to like build hype, I guess. But it turns out the delay was revealed because they didn't know how to properly like do the whole reveal thing, right? They messed it up. But pre-reveal, it went up to 0.7 ETH, so really, really high, right? Then it came out, and people really dug the art, and rightfully so, in my opinion, they should, because I think that the art on this is dope. There's a 20-year history of the brand. They had all of these
Art
images.
doesn't matter, Pia.
Ready to rock. But from there was like sort of a demonstrated lack of understanding of how to maneuver in the NFT space, in my opinion, by the founder. Apparently, maybe he's come along a little bit in that regard. But the 25,000 quantity definitely makes it challenging to see this going up. I sold for break even, right? Even though I had 1 ETH offers on bombs that I turned down early when I was a big time believer in the project, I ended up selling for break even. If I sold right now, I would have basically triple, quadrupled my investment.
You got to factor in the ETH drop.
What is triple, quadrupled?
It's between 3 and 4x.
Quadrupled.
3 to 4x.
Sorry, you couldn't handle that one, Nick.
Okay.
That was too much. But anyway, it's just wild. There's also other examples of things that are pumping right now. Things turn into everything up season, and this is probably one of the most intense stretches of everything up season that I've ever seen in the NFT space.
Oh, you're only beginning, baby.
Well, I'd love to see a year-long version of the volume. A year-long volume version of the volume tracker we were looking at on the nifty.com, and to see what these bars kind of look like in terms of unit volume, because this is completely insane. Everything is pumping. The only things that aren't pumping are Boonji and properties, and I just don't quite know why. And I have to think that they might if this continues.
Well, I'll tell you what. I completely agree. I think that this exceeded expectations in a good way in terms of a start to January. And we have to draw some parallels to 2021. And January and February were really hot months. And I think we have the potential for the similar type of setup. I think in like the 2-3D window, and I'm excited to eat my own words if this is not true, but we're going to see some TP in here, some taking profits here, right? People locking in some gains, especially after a big weekend. So we may see a little bit of pullbacks, a little bit of shifts here and there. And then I think that liquidity, that TP liquidity, they're going to go to another opportunity. They're going to target another opportunity. Finding what that opportunity is the move. So I think we're going to see some shift maybe into like play to earn or gaming NFTs potentially, but I also think we see very aggressive mints this week, because what's happening is all like the decently legitimate projects are getting to good price levels, right? And so if those prices, if people look at them and they think that they've already ran, then they're not going to play secondary. Instead, people are going to play trying to find like the hot mint of the week. So I expect to see some real good action on the minting side this week. And then I expect to see some real good action, like shifting into what people would consider better long-term like plays with more upside. So maybe, obviously I show this bag over the time, but like maybe things like properties or things like other gaming projects out there. I would think like, okay, maybe people shift into metaverses, but metaverses made a big run, right? We saw WW3 land, we saw NFT worlds, all like very appreciated. So I'm not sure that a lot of it would shift into there. But that's
the floors are so high. It's ridiculous.
The floors are so high. They're kind of like, I know fairly priced is a weird thing to say in the NFT markets, but I feel like they're kind of fairly priced there. So
maybe inflated.
So I'd expect the liquidity that's going to be taken over the next 48 hours to go into new projects. So mints, the shifting around into some undervalued projects, and then maybe a sector shift into art, generative art, maybe, art block stuff, right? Art block stuff could get a little run. We haven't seen that in a while.
What are we buying here? So that's
art blocks.
Art blocks is
when's the next art blocks drop?
You know what's happening? Every time I go to OpenSea, it like crashes my internet right now. So I'm not touching it.
And dude, OpenSea was
Okay.
down this morning, and I was like, I'm gonna go check Rarible. Worst website of all time.
Wearables rough. Real quick, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I feel like I'm walking a thin line of people being like, you're pumping your bags.
You are.
But like, am
It's
I
not
the
a thin
only
line.
one?
It's
Am
literally
I
like
the
you
only?
just destroyed it.
Am I the only one that looks at this image and goes, okay? Like, I don't really understand how this is 0.198. I really don't. I just don't get it. And I'm happy
But
to
all
see
the other numbers are like a fair valuation, right? Like it's approximately at
it
the,
needs more
the
unique
correct
owners.
price.
It needs more unique owners. I think people don't understand it, and probably won't understand it until Bricks comes out later this month, and then until Bricks is able to be used for buying digital assets that you can drop on your metaverse land. And it's going to be kind of like a herd shift, like kind of mentality. People love the token drops. Look at what happened to NFT Worlds when they announced token drops, right? So as we get closer to that date, you're going to see a pullback. Also, I think that they made the whole like pure street crap so confusing for people, right? Like it would have been so much simpler. Just make it rarity based on the rarity of the item. Like, you know what I mean? Like reds get a 4x multiplier, blues
versus like
get
the street
versus the streets and everything. It just confuses the hell out of people.
Well, you couldn't figure out what to buy. You'd be
I have
looking,
51
like,
properties. I have no idea what I'm
no
doing.
idea.
You know,
right? But what I'll say is at least it wasn't like 10 KTF, right? Which I have a bag of right now, and I can't say that I'm surprised is not going up.
Yeah.
Because the way they built it, it just doesn't work on layer 1 Ethereum, or at least I don't know, like it doesn't work
Apparently
that
they're switching
well.
to layer 2, but one thing is Worldwide Web 3 or whatever that is.
World Wide Web land.
Yeah, so that one is killing it,
Yeah.
and they actually there's a game now that's active within it that someone else developed where you can like use your avatar and play
like Street Fighter. No, not Street Fighter.
no, like
more
Mario,
like Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers.
Yep.
So yeah, this is looking more compelling to me, to be completely honest, in that they have something that's live.
1.57.
Like this just feels like you're buying a team like Crypto Raiders, or maybe
Nick, you're turning me on so hard right now.
Maybe-
Like,
maybe
you make some financial mistakes. I'm gonna go get a penthouse right now, dude.
Oh,
How much are penthouses? Hey,
No,
shit,
no,
pull
you
up
want
my
you
houses.
you want
a little
you
late.
want floor, man. You want small apartments. That was the play before. It's probably going to be the play.
Hey, let me
again,
dream
man.
a little. What's a penthouse at? Tell
like
me.
10 or 15 ETH, that thing.
Fuck.
That's crazy.
Should have got a penthouse, man.
Can you pull it up?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's check that. Let's check that penthouse floor. There's only 69 of them.
80,
79 ETH.
80 ETH.
Wow.
Fuck me. What were they at the beginning? Someone in chat. What were they at like day
10
one?
or something like that.
It had to be a lot right off the bat.
7 or 8.
Imagine if you minted one and held it. Oh my god.
He's having a. He's convulsing. He's convulsing.
Min on them was 1 ETH.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
lucky- I'm
you mean
lucky
so you just chose it? You just went and said, "I want a penthouse. Here's one ETH."
I want an 80x. Ding. Give me an 80xer.
But you would have had to wait. You had to wait like 2 months, which is a lifetime in the NFT space.
I didn't even get in. I had a floor sweep secondary, you know, because it was one of these, you know, things you just find out on the fly, and all the smart money already got in. Loving the project though, Nick. I think that's a good call. And I think when you look at NFT Worlds, you know, can it squeeze up to 3? Definitely in the cards.
Yeah, that one is looking real nice to me. What I'm looking at this point is, so there's a couple of things. One, I look at our Discord and see what people are talking about, and I pass on 90% of them, just because I can't do the 0.02 degen, just like it doesn't work.
I can't swing trade 5-minute candles. I got other shit going on.
So that's the biggest issue that I'm running with right now. The other thing is I'm saying, what can I put in my wallet that I'm just going to hold at this point in time? Because here's what's going to happen. We're going to eventually have a wallet for this show that we can go degen with, and we'll have a degen wallet, a long-term one, whatever it is, basically. And we'll do these sorts of trades. I'd much rather do that systematically and like allocate capital towards that versus the way that we're handling it right now, where like I got to go take my wallet, figure out what I want to flip. I ended up buying a 4 ETH Gary V's fish thing the other day just to get the ETH out of my wallet. Literally just to get it out, because I was like,
Plug
I
it
gotta
into
get
something.
I gotta get this wallet to zero, basically.
So I'm going to do
because-
some stupid shit with
yeah,
it.
like this is
And that's what other
that.
people are going to think. Think about all the people that just made a shit ton of gains over the next 48 hours. They're going to be like, I need to park it into something good.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to get ahead of. You want to get ahead of, if you have the budget for it, because these are going to be probably in the 1 to 3 ETH range, or maybe underappreciated projects below it, but they're going to park their money in something good.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how this materializes. It's not clear to me, but I just know that I'm feeling mad uncomfortable, and the options are increasing in the numbers of NFTs that are available and the quality. Here's what's going to happen. This moment in time is such, we're going to look back on this and remember this basically, and it could be weeks, it could be months. I don't know how long that this run is going to last, but everyone
I think years
is moving into this space essentially. How long did the internet bubble last? 2 years?
Before like the big dump.
Yeah, like I think 2 years, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you could. The problem is it's hard to compare because we weren't as interconnected at that time, you know. So like we've already seen like some pretty
2
heinous,
years.
yeah, bubbles bursting in the NFT and crypto space throughout time.
I just think what's going to happen is right now we have a low supply of high quality projects. We're going to increase the supply. We're going to see the masses jump in. We're going, until people are getting wrecked holistically, which is going to happen. Look forward to that, y'all, because that's coming later this year, maybe end of the year, maybe beginning of next year. Whenever that happens and people are just getting wrecked left and right, that's when stuff truly changes. The distinction here is, though, these don't disappear in the same way that the ICOs did. The ICOs were filled with a bunch of like scammers and things like that. And now we have people like scammers like Pudgy Penguins, for example, where they made money, but someone else is now like materializing that into something. There's all sorts of interesting things. And the distinction is there's this like cash flow system built around literally JPEGs. Like there's nothing to include in those. So anyways, one total aside on the Pudgy Penguins thing for a moment, quick tangent. Were you listening to the show yesterday where they were discussing the team that was taking over Pudgy Penguins?
No,
I didn't hear it. No,
I would love to know though.
There were like 3 or 4 teams that placed 500 ETH bids to actually take over Pudgy Penguins. And instead, they went with a Shopify dropshipper kid who came on stage and was talking about his business experience, how he had a troubled childhood, how he ended up, he was telling us how he got his job at like Ring doorbell in
door salesman.
No, Ring, the doorbell technology company in LA, but how he got into these different his different jobs and how he got into drop shipping. And then he was talking about how he's a venture capitalist, but most people don't view him. A lot of people gawk at his deals because they're non-traditional, aka like he's basically taking advisory positions and posting like asking for a bunch of different a bunch of equity. So and Allison brought up the Bloomberg article. The Bloomberg article missed that part of it. And to me, it's just like, what? These people are offering 500 ETH and they're deciding to give it to this like kid who doesn't have the capital to take this over. And when asked about his future plans, was like, dude, we're going to build partnerships with some of the biggest celebrities, some of the biggest brands.
Yeah.
We haven't had conversations with them yet.
Maybe it's a rat hole.
Well, like,
you know what a rat hole is?
No.
It would be if they just sold it to one of their friends and they'd be like, okay, you buy it and then like you get like 20% of the profits, and we'll keep you back channel, you rat
Keep it
hole the
going.
other 80%.
Keep it going.
Yeah,
So I
rat
see what
hole
you're
the other
saying.
80%.
Keep the scam going and
Fake
run that
the
shit into the
sale.
ground.
Yeah, you sell it to your best friend, right? You know what I mean?
Easy
Hand
Eats
over
is in the chat basically confirming what Kix is saying. He said you have to remember Cold Ethereum came from the drop shipping world.
Yeah.
Would it shock you if this is all tied to the
No.
same rabbit hole? Like,
No.
you know?
This is a rat hole, okay? I've
Rat
watched
hole,
Wolf
baby.
of Wall Street. I've watched that shit. You can't get that shit over on me. Nice try.
I'm
Wow,
just waiting. I'm just waiting for this
Wow.
floor to dump again. Like that's where the bottom line is. This has just been more promotion for Pudgy Penguins. The volume over the past few days has not been insignificant. So right now they're ranked 46, $1 million over the past or 886,000, but it hit as high as 3.7 for 2 days. So if they're skimming off 5% of this, we have $7, $8, $9 million that came through here in the past 4 days. You take 7% of that, you just made 630 grand.
That's
so like
crazy.
So
I would rat hole that. I would just sell that shit to my friend. Be like, fucking Billy Bob's taking over. He's gonna call Rihanna. He drop shipped for Rihanna's Shopify store like 2.5 years ago. Has her number. We're gonna blow this thing up. He gets a little 20% rat hole fee. 80% kicks back to the good old boys. That's how the game works. That's how the game works.
I have a question. If it was a legitimate situation, when someone like buys the project, takes over the project, that means that they just get the royalties moving forward and the control of the project, right?
Yeah, and like the directional control. So I mean, like if you're like honestly, the amount, like with how much exposure Pudgy Penguins has played, if you're a savvy business person and you think that like you can win over the existing community and kind of resurrect it. I mean, you just said they did 600K in a week. So if you can keep that secondary volume going, you can get 2.5 mil back probably.
Someone said he's not in drop shipping. You got to understand, like the drop shipping space is so filled with people that say they were in drop shipping. All it means is you set up a Shopify site and ran Facebook ads once. Doesn't mean you ran a profitable business.
Well, no, they found out that Cole's like, he said that he had supply issues from China, but people like pulled up. There was a bunch of people that just said they got like scammed, like they never got their money back.
So he's a habitual, like criminal-minded scammer.
Well, I'm not going to say that, but I have experience with dropshippers because I did a lot in the ecom game, and there was multiple like hoverboard companies. You remember hoverboard companies, and they were drop shipping from China, and then the FAA banned because there was battery pack fires. They banned them from being in airplanes, which absolutely kills the drop shipping model because you need to drop ship it quick via airplane, not via freight. And so they so many of those they just rug their customers. Like if you bought a hoverboard right before FAA announcement, you just never got a hoverboard, and they kind of just like peace out on you. So that's a common thing that'll happen in drop shipping. Not saying Cole did that, but I'm saying someone out there allegedly said that they dug up some old posts from this drop shipping website. Anyways, the reason I'm bringing it up is someone said that Cole wasn't a drop shipper, but I think that he definitely was based on what people said.
Who is so we're not buying these. That's my guess.
Good luck to the rat holer that bought the 2.5 million.
This title is how to make money during NFT market booms, and literally we have not discussed it. Like this entire episode, we just rug pulled this video on everybody. So our apologies if you just showed up here for the first time. Smash that subscribe. We do actually provide valuable information once in a while. And the other times we're sort of riffing. But in this case, I see this floor dropping back down to 0.85. They need to make another scam happen before they transition it over. They're going to pull another $5-10 million out of this bad boy before it is dead in the water, and then they try and sell it to someone else, but they're not getting rid of it. Like, I honestly think they're just going to keep, like, why wouldn't you keep the business that keeps making cash? Like,
yeah, this is the mafia move. This is a business move. Like, hey, dad, you said a bad word on national TV. Like, you need to step down now. I'm going to take over as the CEO. You're going to disappear, but you're still going to make, the cash, this is, that's a move. You know what I mean? But all good. Free press to Pudgy Penguins. Here's what I will say. Great community. community of people that really fell in love with the project. There's a lot of people I respect out there that liked Pudgy Penguins. They just love the art and they love the community. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, I think that's what makes NFT special, is it's the community that brings it around. So I would like to say to people out there that are holding Pudgy Penguins, I wish you all the best going forward. I hope that with this new alleged owner of the business, you're able to come to some great understandings about the future of the project. And I'm just excited to find out what I'm going to floor sweep right after this, because that's how I'm making money in NFTs.
So right now is floor sweep season. It is mint and flip season. It is buy the nifty portal NFT Pass season coming up probably Thursday or Friday.
And so me and Kix aped into this project this morning. Excuse me. If you want to know how to make money in the NFT space, like, I'm not even going to lie, I feel like this one could be a decent one to buy. Not just saying it because I own like 8 of them.
Yikes.
I think that it could be a good one to buy. Why are you saying yikes, Nick? You don't think this is a good one?
Because it's got brains spilling out of the head.
Well, yeah, because it's mental health,
Mental health.
awareness, Nick. So stop being so insensitive. If you had read the roadmap, you would have known that. Okay.
Okay. All right. So anyway,
all I know is I minted a 1 out of 1. Okay.
Sorry, everyone, for the guy that's not respecting mental health. Had to get rid of that guy real quick. That's not what this show is about. NFT.
The last 2 years has been tough on mental health. You know what I mean?
Bring him back. He's so mad. Oh no, now it's frozen. Oh my God. This is going to be bad.
Oh, this is bad. You rugged him.
I didn't mean to rug him.
You rugged him.
Damn it. Oh,
it's
boy.
not
He's
frozen.
so mad.
He was just mad. He wasn't moving. Yeah, he's back.
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Yeah.
Dude.
Take me off real quick just to balance it out. So he doesn't feel like isolated. Yeah, take me off, Pia. Take me off.
What a bully, dude! My mental health is now struggling because of this.
Oh,
and I'll tell you, and I'll tell you that
Pia's gone.
Lil Brains is not buying one of these is not gonna make my mental health situation any better. I'll tell you that much.
You may actually get a seizure if you're looking at the pre-reveal.
Yeah, that one is killing me. Can we get that shit off the screen for the love of God?
They had some reveal issues, but so the top on this was 0.15, the mint price was 0.04. The gas on the contract is optimized exceptionally. I think that this could be a runner. If Gunslingers went to a quarter ETH, then this should go to a quarter ETH. Like, that's the thing. If the whole market dies, then this ain't going anywhere. But yeah, I mean, there's a diamond hand one right there at 0.098. That's right near floor.
The only thing I don't like is that they got the numbers in the title of the NFT off.
Yeah,
compared to the token ID.
A number of mistakes.
So they don't sound very good at Excel, but they sound very good at making money. And for that, I respect you. Hats off. I have a charcuterie board waiting for me. And then I'm going to go ape into some NFTs. I'm going to dump some stacks of ETH. At least 5 ETH is going out into the market today.
What are you going to buy?
I'll give you a DM, but I'm not getting front run because there's a low supply on it. But I'll give you both a DM.
Oh, wow.
Okay? I'll hook you up.
Uh-oh. Not sharing it with the audience. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I would if there was a lot of liquidity, and I also have to eat my charcuterie board first, so I'm not going to get front run.
Hop into Discord, and maybe you'll get a little tip off there.
Yeah, drop it in the Discord.
That Discord is popping. Literally, yeah. I mean, there's a whole new crew that's running the Discord there. We're not even responsible for it. So if you buy into something that's in that
better
Discord,
than us.
They're making money.
They're making money. They're better than
people
us.
are making cash.
I'm impressed. I'd like to say that our Discord is an incubator for some of the most up and coming NFT traders of 2022. I'll go out there and I'll say that. I'll put my name on that.
I think that's fair, and I love to see it. I love everybody making money in the Discord. Are we winding down on this show? If we are, I wanted to show you guys something before we finished.
Let's show it.
Let's wrap it up.
All right, so I'm assuming you guys didn't watch yesterday's Solana show that I did with Easy Eats. Shout out to Easy Eats. If you guys aren't following Easy Eats on Twitter, I really don't know what the hell you're doing. He's trading ETH, he's trading Solana. You got to follow him. So check out check out this project. So Nick, I feel like you are going to be Kicks, I should say, you are going to be particularly interested in this. So I'm just on Magic Eden, which is the open sea of Solana. This game is called Mini Royale. Right here, I can buy the Mini Royale NFTs, which are characters. Look at this tab right here. What do? I click play now. Okay. I'm in browser. It just loads the F up. Here we go. We're loading. Okay, cool.
What?
Here's my guy. Hold on. And
Damn,
let's start game. We're
This
finding
is on Magic Eden.
On Magic Eden, we're finding some players right now, and we're just getting matched. We got 7 out of 10 found. It's not exactly Call of Duty. We find a game like that. We got 10 out of 10. Let's party, baby. This is now a Twitch video.
Let's go.
Everybody watching.
Let's see him frag. Let's go, dude. Frag out. Drop. Get in there.
All right, let's go.
Drop in, man.
This is Twitch.
What are you doing? Drop in.
How do I do it?
3, 2, 1.
All right,
let's
everybody.
go, Pio. Get that trigger finger going.
Let's go. Oh,
let's go. Oh shit! People are shooting shots. Get on the roofs there. Get on the roofs over there.
You want to
get on the water pipes?
What are you doing?
Oh wait, no, you need a gun probably. Get down to that house.
Okay, I need
you need direction.
You're good. You're good. Just get to a house, baby. Get to a house. I play battle royales. You're taking shots. Get down.
Here we go. Let's party. All right.
Oh shit!
That was dog shit.
Dead.
That was bullshit. All right, let's go. Wait, why is it doing this right now?
No, you got killed. Maybe next time.
It's just like, oh, that was trash. So it was better yesterday in the game. You could get killed more than once. But how
this is
crazy?
on Magic Eden?
Dude, Solana is crazy. And I think it's completely nuts. And then you can go and you can buy the in-game assets. So all the stuff that we've been talking about was going to happen in the NFT space with video games, where you'd be, playing a game and you'd actually have ownership over the assets. It's just happening now, which is completely nuts. And I think it's incredible. Oh, wants me to start again.
Did Easy Eats buy one of these?
I don't think that he did, or maybe he.
Dumbass.
How much are they?
They're not that expensive. They're also not the only.
They're $1,000. They're not that cheap, but they're not that expensive.
Okay. They're $1,000.
Well,
how many sold?
Pio, if you don't get at least one kill here, you're off the stream tomorrow. I'm telling you what.
I think that's a good wager. So let me just
Oh, it's team deathmatch. Get in there.
So is this better?
Yeah. So that one was battle royale. This is team deathmatch. So this is 5v5. Just frag out. Okay. So here's what you want to do. Okay. Just you want to be using those A and D keys. You need to get that pivot window, right? Because that head, that's a buttery, crispy headshot. You don't want to give it to him. Okay.
Let's go.
Plant like you did with the Achilles tendon and get a shot in. Good moving. You got AK-47 here. Let's work left side. Let's get him down. Get him down. You're gonna load back in. Here we go. Let's go.
I was close. I was shooting at him.
You're good. You're good.
Here we go. I'm getting a kill.
You're back in.
I'm 100% gonna get a kill.
Work the right side. Push up.
Oh my god.
You
don't sit out in the middle, dude. You gotta get the gun and move towards the direction that you're going for.
Okay, up. He's down up.
Oh, you can shoot your teammates? That's not good.
Get the left flank. Help your boy out. Push that left flank. Push.
Just go. Don't hesitate.
There you go. You're working in.
Don't hesitate. Go get him.
Oh, he's in the house. Oh, he's killed. There's a guy in the trailer. Go right there. Oh, fuck, dude, that guy just wrecked you with a shotty. We're good. We're getting back in.
He's a hot dog, literally. All right, I got you right here.
You're going.
Last one. Last time we're gonna watch Pio get shot in the head.
Okay, good. He's playing slow here.
Just run forward.
Yeah, work that left, and they're gonna be on your right side when you pop out. Check your right. Check your right.
Hot dog piece of shit. I hate this guy. I hate this hot dog.
That dude just wrecked you.
Dude, screw John Walker. How do I get out of this?
This is loud, my lord. Wow, Pio's
I'm gonna frag out this after my charcuterie board.
Right.
Dude, can you send us the link to this? Let's exit
That's
this
pretty
game.
cool.
This was good. Good
Nacho
job.
Libre said Pio's trash. It's just because I was warming up.
It's okay. He's warming up. We'll get some gaming in next time. Yeah, you're like running at like 4.5 frames per second too, so that's not helping you either.
Yeah, that was a challenge there, and to be running a stream on the same computer.
Yeah, dude, that thing's cooking, dude. That CPU is on fire right now, dude.
So
That was cool though. I love that drop in, and I'm fired up, dude.
And
There
that's
we go.
crazy. And you can buy the guns, you buy the NFTs. They're in a different collection. It's pretty nuts.
Love it. Hit the
Smash
button, Nick.
that subscribe. Lick the like. This has been a good one. We saw Pio play a little game action there at the end.
I went 37-11 last week in Halo Infinite, so we'll be retesting this on my computer maybe Wednesday. Pio and I, and Nick, all in there, same team, fragging out for 30 minutes.
Someone said
Winner
it's literally a
gets 2
copy of Light Night. I would have no idea. I'm going to be honest. I just know when you're playing with a gun, you want to push.
And that was not a sponsored thing. That was spontaneous. We don't accept sponsorships, not yet. Maybe we'll change that at one point in time.
I got
but
one
for
DM
now,
in
it's
me.
straight organic. Straight organic.
Have a great one.
Subscribe. It's a Twitch channel. Subscribe to it.